First musical instrument was piano, and played a little bit of violin later on. I think when I was about 10 or 11, I really wanted to play the violin, so my father got me lessons, but it didn't last very long. wasn't great. And then I also played pipe organ, believe it or not, for several years. So that was always a fun instrument to play. My mother started me in a community music school, and it's at Capital University in Columbus, Ohio. It's very strong. They had a lot of great private teachers that worked with younger students, but also they had a great faculty of college teachers. So throughout, I'd say the first 10 to 12 years of my training, it was at this community music school, and yeah, it was very, very helpful, and started playing classical music all the way, continued to study it all the way through college. So it's a great foundation. Well, my grandfather is a jazz musician. He plays trombone and piano, and so it was around the home a lot. I'd go to his house and he'd play piano for me, or he'd play records, or he taught me, even when I just started piano, he'd teach me some standards, Take the A Train, Satin Doll, like those things like that. So it was definitely in my ear from a very young age, but I didn't start to seriously consider playing jazz until I was around 13 or 14. And there's one of my teachers in elementary school. She was a music teacher, but she also played B3. She was really into Hammond B3. And later when I was in high school, she had recommended me to a guy who taught a regional high school band in Columbus, jazz band. And that's when I seriously started to play in like big bands and jazz ensembles, and that's kind of how I got my start. His name's Todd Stoll. In fact, he's the director of education at Jazz Lincoln Center. So, yeah, plays trumpet. I had many teachers. It's a guy named Bobby Floyd, who I studied with in Columbus. He's still playing. I think right now he's playing. Who's he playing? He's playing with Dr. John right now. He's been doing that gig. And there's another guy named Mark Fluge, who was a fantastic jazz pianist. Then later on, when I moved to New York, like Eric Reed, Marcus Roberts, Bill Charlap, even I had a few lessons. He was a great teacher. So. My classical teacher back at home, Paula Brzezinski. There was so many teachers, Kenny Barron. And everyone, I have to say, everyone was very nurturing, very good to me, very supportive, always willing to provide information. And I think that's important as a young musician. I mean, to have mentors to be truly supportive and want you to have the same love for music as they do. Because at the end of the day, it's really about having a passion and a love for it. That's how people get through the hard times and the realities of being an artist today. It's having that passion and just loving music at all costs, I think. So when you instill that to a young person from an early age, I think that's important. Hi, my name is Aaron Diehl. For this interview and more, check out jazztimes.com.